I believe that we will. I believe that we
Hi, welcome back to episode 8 of Trojan TV. I'm Addison Pumphrey. This week we interviewed 2 participants and Aaron Powell about Senior Assassin.
Aaron Powell, I'm the 2024 Senior Assassin Coordinator. So basically, we tracked the people so we could all stay in contact with locations by Life 360, and your Life 360 had to be on continuously. Another thing that came along with this game was tactics of how to get your opponents, and a lot of kids chose to wait behind cars. They chose to kind of sneak attack them after work and get them after they clocked in because it was against the rules to get people while they were clocked in. I think the best video I ever saw was Lauren Hines getting chased by Parker Gillespie, and she is sprinting across a neighborhood. Senior Assassin is a really, really fun game. I think a lot of kids have enjoyed it, and the best thing about this game is that everyone had to pay a fee to get into the game, which made the prize $1,200. Wednesday through Friday, payers were not allowed to wear their protective gear such as floaties and goggles. Saturday through the Tuesday, they were allowed to wear them, and they could not be shot if they were saw wearing them. The game was based off making your targets, and if you weren't able to kill your target by Thursday 11:59, you'd be out of the game. There was another thing to be mentioned, that this was not a school-affiliated activity. This was just for fun, just a senior activity. Kids got a new target every Friday with a new whole pairing, and it was always a random generator I used. We are in week 2, and it's going quite better than the first week was going. I have, I think, 26 teams left, and I'm very excited to see who wins this whole thing because it is, any team that you thought was not meant to win will probably end up winning. I'm very excited for every team. I just want to say I'm very happy and grateful that everyone wanted to play, and hope you guys all had a good time, even though there were moments where it seemed like things were going terribly wrong. I hope that all my seniors enjoyed the game and that we can do more senior activities together.
Tanner, tell me a little bit about Senior Assassin.
It's been fun so far. So first week I had Tristan Gibbs and Ben Feimer, and me and Ethan, which is my partner. We sat at Ben's work after the Friday night football game for about an hour to an hour and a half. And we didn't even get him that night. So Tristan came and picked him up after work, and we followed them home, but we went to Tristan's wrong house. So we got no one that night, and it was pretty fun, but not really. I left lunch and I went to Ben's house, and I hid on the side of his house for about 5 minutes. And then as he was leaving to go to Caps, I got him with the water gun, and he's out. And then I had Tristan Gibbs left, so we made a plan. So Mai and Bailey had me for Senior Assassin, and I was their targets for the week. But Ben and Tristan texted Mai and Bailey to set me up, but they told me the plan. So we were really setting Mai and Bailey up with Luke Osborne and Dalton. So it was like a double cross. It was a pretty good plan, but it didn't even happen. So I got Tristan at Casey's, and yeah, that's it. And I got him.
Okay, so last week my targets were Tate and Tommy, and I ended up getting both of them out, but Tommy I got out first. It was like the Sunday after we started. I followed him and his girlfriend Avery downtown, and I thought that they were going on a date, but they weren't. But they were down there for pictures, and I got Tommy with a water gun in the arm, though. I didn't get his clothes wet. And then later that week, it took us the whole week to get Tate. We ended up waiting, me and Kinsey, my partner, outside of his house for like 2 hours after football practice. And Tate finally came home from football practice and sat there for a while, and we wouldn't leave. And so Tommy, his partner, their next door neighbors, he got in the car, and they kept like driving around and waiting for us to leave. And then Tommy ended up coming back in Tate's car, and we didn't know where Tate was at, and we were like, is Tate hiding in the trunk? So we had to like check his car, but evidently he had jumped his backyard fence because like their house is like out by a main road, so they had gone to the main road and jumped his backyard fence to get inside so that we couldn't get him. So we ended up having to pay $15 to get Tate out 2 hours before it was due, and I went to his house after work and got him with a water gun, but it definitely took us a while to get Tate. He's more difficult.
This Monday, senior English classes went to the library to participate in Apply Kansas.
Apply Kansas is a statewide event that we put on as part of October's College Application Month. And the idea is to give seniors the gift of time to do various different things associated with applying for whatever their next step might be.
I applied to the University of Pacific.
Applying to K-State, KU, WSU.
For Apply Kansas Day, I applied to the University of Kansas.
The real push for applying at this time is that the Kansas colleges and universities you can apply to for free for 3 days, and so we try to start on the first day so that you have plenty of time to apply to those schools for free. For instance, it takes $40 to apply to K-State, so you get that for free. And so if you think about if you're applying to 3 schools, how much money that's saving each person, it's a huge saving for our school.
I applied to Pitt State.
We applied to K-State.
Fort Hays State.
I'm applying to Wichita State and KU.
K-State.
I applied to K-State and George Washington University.
And then once you apply, then there's a lot of other things that the students get to do during this time, like get a Parchment account for various different, like trying to just apply for that account so that they can send transcripts. And they can also get a federal student aid account so that they can start their FAFSA when that opens in December. So there's lots of different things. And then finally, we just use the time to celebrate that they're thinking about what their next step is. And we try to have fun with that and let the school know where we're thinking about going.
WSU. Apply some skibbity wrist to your college application today for Apply Kansas.
Here's a montage of student life photographs. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Trojan TV. See you next week.